Okay, this is the part where we start organizing our paper. You looked at how to find the research and highlight and set up the paper. So these 10 directions right now are going to help you move forward in writing your rough draft. Once again, read the directions carefully. What is the assignment? What are you supposed to do? What do the questions say? Think about your topic. What are you going to write about? What disease did you pick? What population does it affect? Is it for older people, senior citizens? Is it for babies, newborns? What is your topic about? Now that you've made a decision about what you want to write about, go on the internet and start researching. Remember, you should copy and paste your website addresses or URLs and put it on a document or a Google Doc. Put all your notes in one place so you don't have to run around looking for them. Now go back and look at your directions again. I know you're thinking like, oh my gosh, I already know what I have to do. Make sure that you do. Go back and take a look. Now, you're going to read over your resources. You're going to read each one. You're going to highlight the important notes from the article, kind of like talking to the text. You're going to highlight everything that you're going to use in your paper. Now, you're going to organize your paper in paragraphs. You're going to think about the questions that the directions gave you to answer, and you're going to use the answers that you give to write your paper. Every answer that you give should be in your own words. IYOW. Then, after you've organized this, you're going to look at your research and the quotes that you think you want to highlight. So, for example, I have research about air pollution. So, if you remember, I highlighted different parts. So now I want to think about, which quotes I'm going to use and what am I going to use first. So I'm reviewing, taking a look at my highlights. Okay, I have an idea what I want to do. So now I'm going to get ready to start writing, but before I do, I want you to take a look at this. When you use your quotes, you have to explain the quotes in your own words. So if you say something very technical like the macro environment of the infant, people who aren't scientists will think, what's a macro, what's an environment, all of that, okay? That's what I mean by explaining what the research said in your own words. When you use a quote, you're going to make an APA in-text citation. I have a picture. Don't panic. Or if I say, Sizemore said in 1929, and then I would have to write the quote, because I said 1929, I don't have to do the year, but then you cite it. So here's your example. Notice, Stein studied the early onset of Alzheimer's disease. Okay, so Stein is the person who did the research. They were studying, and since I didn't say when Stein did it, I put in parentheses the year immediately following Stein's name. Now, if I'm still talking about Stein and Stein's research, now I can put the page number where it was found. 2018 here, page number 42. Now notice I'm looking at another study. So I found data that was pretty much like what Stein said, and it showed different information. So now I'm giving the entire quote by saying this is from Tang and Pierce. That's the researchers. The date, which is the year when it was done, and finally the page number. And all that is inside. Now, when we do our list of sources at the end of the paper, all this information will be put in there as well. Okay. let's get started. So I'm going to go back here, let you look at that for a little bit longer. And then, next step, we'll start our paper.